We're live.
Perfect timing. There we go.
So I'm actually going to leave the camera alone. Screw it. So, welcome to the podcast, everybody. Oh, I guess I have an intro song, don't I? So, welcome to Elm Hunts. I appreciate everybody for listening. Obviously, this is not Stormy. This is Cody. This is my brother-in-law. Stormy couldn't make it tonight.
I'm trying not to do it in the microphone.
So, Stormy is hanging out with her mom. So, her mom's in town, so she's hanging out with her. So, I guess I have to do her job today.
Yeah, you do.
She sends out a text, lets people know we're live.
Make sure you send it to me too.
No, I'm going to send a text to Stormy.
I was gonna say you could actually send it to me too, and I can turn my volume off so I can see the.
The comments.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. I meant to turn the TV on too. Oh, Stormy's in the comments. She needs to send the text to people. But oh, and I left the light on too. Man, struggling today.
It's been one of those days.
It has been. Like it matters. So much darker.
Oh yeah, super dark now.
TV doesn't want to load up now.
It's stinking. It's stinking.
Yeah, well. I will find this. I'll send it over to you.
Stormy just did.
Oh, she did? Perfect.
Yep.
Okay.
Sure, my volume's down. Yeah, because it's full volume.
So when I got these mics, I was playing around with them to try and figure out, just different things and whatnot. And I pulled my phone out because it can hook up to Bluetooth to the Rodecaster, but it wasn't playing the audio out. And so it would play and then it'd come through my mic and then come through my phone and then it'd play through. Like,
it was just looping.
It was just this awful loop.
Sweet. There we go. We got comments.
Awesome.
And we have Courtney.
Yeah. So if you want, you can scoot that mic up right up to the edge.
I'm trying not to break shit.
Those cords are like 25 feet long. So might be a little overkill because it's like 4 feet to the Rodecaster.
Maybe 4 feet.
So anyway. This is always fun, right?
Always.
Yeah, especially when it's live and you have no
awkward as fuck.
Right. Will you close the fridge? It's closed. Thank you.
Sweet.
Yeah. Oh, Stormy, why is my fridge open? Because we were getting beverages.
Mind your own business, Stormy.
But anyway, I guess we can give a shout out. So obviously this episode wouldn't really be as helpful without Squatch Juice. So Squatch Juice is still doing their little competition. I'd appreciate it if you guys would head over to squatchjuice.com, place an order, and use code HELM10, get 10% off. That would help me out a ton. If you guys have not tried it, try it out. One thing, so Stormy and I went to that Boise Off-Road Expo on Saturday last week. Squatch Juice was there, Tops Knives was there. The only two reasons we went. But I bought a 32-ounce water bottle while we were there. And a lot of people have been telling me, oh, Squatch Juice, man, it's just so sweet. It's so sweet. But they don't add there's no added sugars. It's all like dehydrated fruit. Well, I've been using their 32-ounce water bottle, and by cutting it by that much with water, it's not bad.
That's what I did with mine that you gave me.
Yeah, dude. So it's if the sweetness is an issue, use a 32-ounce water bottle. A little more water is not going to hurt anyone, right?
No.
Yeah.
Maybe scoot a little closer.
Yeah, maybe. You're cutting out in my headset, but I don't know if you're cutting out in yours.
We'll just make this easier. I'll just lean forward.
Is this your headset?
Yes.
Okay. Weird.
Hmm.
Well, because that's number 3, but the riser I have you on is number 2. That's weird.
Super weird.
Oh, well. You guys can hear Cody okay, though, right?
Sort of. Kind of. Probably not.
Colbert, where are you?
Where is the Colbert?
I don't know. We also have other brother-in-laws that could be listening, but they're not.
They won't. They're too busy. Never mind.
I don't know. Oh, Stormy says they can hear you just fine. So,
Sweet.
yeah. Oh, they're currently driving Stormy to Dutch Bros. I honestly expected them to be on the couch playing their game.
I was going to say the same thing, just not very polite.
But yeah, anyway. So that's why it's Cody today and not Stormy. So Cody is also in the episodes of We Need a Name.
Yep.
But Cody's been working a lot lately, so probably no more We Need a Name.
For the current time being, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's okay. That's all right.
Yeah, maybe we can switch gears with it and do something else.
Yeah.
Since we would be losing our third co-star.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's just a boob anyway.
Oh, their sister came down, said she wanted a drink, so they all loaded up. They all loaded up to take her to Dutch Bros. Grab something for Cody.
No, I'm good. I'll be fine.
Do you work tomorrow?
I'm debating still. Probably fucking not.
Grab something for Cody. He doesn't work tomorrow. He'll be fine. This has got to be weird for Stormy to listen to it from that side.
Probably.
Yeah.
And she's probably got it on speaker. So all the shit I've been talking on Fisher, Gunner, and Gage, they're just like, fuck that guy.
Now, what do you want, Cody?
If you were to get me something, a 911 would be the shit.
That cat is noisy.
What cat?
It's got to be Billy.
I was going to say, I can't hear shit.
Oh, yeah. I hear the thumping around upstairs.
You got to understand, I wear earplugs all day, so I'm really used to shit thumping around.
Do you want iced or blended? Oh, Stormy has earbuds in.
Iced, please.
All right. I'll take a kicker. Blended. With no ice. I just want it cold, but I don't want ice.
You can't do blended without ice, my guy.
You can put it in the blender.
Then it's just whipped.
But anyway, so Cody got a deer this year too.
Huh?
You got a deer this year too.
Yeah, I did.
You want to tell them the story you were telling me yesterday about it?
About driving on Highway 20, seeing it trying to cross the road. So what does my dad do? He flipped a bitch in the middle of 20 up by Island Park. So they were trying to cross the road, and a car stopped and honked their horn, like as I'm trying to like get to them. And of course, I'm trying to make sure I'm not shooting towards the highway or anything. And I'm trying to find them because they ran back into the trees, and I'm trying to intercept them at some point.
Keep talking.
Okay.
You're good.
Okay. And couldn't find them. Couldn't find them. Looked back towards the road. They were still there. And then cars kept coming, kept honking at them. So they ran back through the trees. And I found all the does, was sitting there looking for the one little spike I saw. And then I finally found him because he popped his head around a tree. And of course, he's facing me. And I don't know if people know this joke, but deer are bulletproof from front on. So you have to aim at their neck or their head.
I don't know if that joke's made it on here yet, but it will shortly.
I'm sorry in advance.
We will get Colbert on here. Don't worry.
You should.
We will.
It'd be great.
Problem is, he's always on a Discord call when I'm doing this.
Always.
That's what he's currently doing.
He's scared of cameras. Don't you you live stream your games. That's right. That's right.
So we have this really cool thing. For the people that don't want their face on the camera.
It's called a blinder.
Yep. So they don't
He
have to
could
see
just
your face.
wear his bike mask too the whole time. That would be funny as fuck. And like shove the microphone up at the bottom.
I mean, with the padding, it'll probably be okay.
It wouldn't be too bad.
Can you come on with? Oh, I didn't read with at first, and I was like, "No, this is my idea. Notebook. We gotta keep it clean." But hopefully, I'm never scared of cameras. Well, I hope you're never scared of cameras. But anyway, so yeah, bulletproof. So
yeah, bulletproof from the front. So I just aimed at that white patch right under their chin and went for it. I thought
worked.
I thought I missed, but they drop so quickly when you hit anything super vital, such as head or just below.
Dude. But yeah, so you got your deer.
Mm-hmm.
I got my deer. Sadie get anything this year?
No.
So Sadie didn't get anything. Stormy was walking or trying to hunt with kids, so struggle with that one.
That's fair.
That's a tough one. So yeah. I'll hook up my Cardo to the stream. I mean, I have other mics, dude.
Yeah, we have one that's never going to be used.
Yeah, I do. It's right there, just below the where the camera sees.
It's green.
Yeah, but these come off, by the way. So you could just talk like that.
Could.
Apparently, there's a way to wash these.
The fuck?
Yeah, there's
smart.
So, hey Clint, when is deer season? Cody won't tell me. Well, that depends. October 10th is opening day of general season for most units. Most. I mean, you're kind of looking at like specialized hunts if you're not going October 10th.
Or archery,
right? But for you, G-Girl, you can go to the Idaho Fish and Game website, and they just released the big game regulations. So you can look up where you're going, figure out where that is, and then figure out what unit that is. It'll tell you. So, but generally it's October 10th every year. October 10th through October 24th. You're in out of state though, right? Didn't you have to put in for a draw? If you had to put in for a draw, because all out of state big game tags are now a controlled hunt. So it should actually say on your tag where.
Yeah, and they got the tag, so
Yeah, it should say on your tag
mm-hmm.
where it was a draw hunt.
And make sure you actually go pick it up.
Well, where he's out of state, they probably mailed it to him.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
Probably did mail it.
So, because he probably had to buy it online. So, yeah. Because once you draw, you only have so long to pick it up.
In state.
So, yeah, they mailed it. So, yeah, it should actually say on the tag. If it doesn't say on the tag, it's in the regs. So, yeah, don't worry too much about that. But if I remember right, you guys are going to Medicine Lodge. $500, dude. I believe it. Out of state tags are ridiculous, and that was for deer.
That's cheap, though.
Well, I know.
Go look at Montana.
Go look at Utah.
That is fair. Utah is a point system. You still have to apply for the points.
I know. You can get like an outfitter deal, so you can pay for a guided hunt basically, and you can do that.
I looked into those for buffalo hunts.
Oh man,
holy fuck,
dude! And then like if you ever go to the Hunt Expo,
mm-hmm.
like just listen to the prices they're selling things for at the auction. Like the sheep hunt that went for like $500,000 or something. It was crazy.
I wish I had that money to blow.
Colbert needs to buy his tags. I do too. I actually still need to buy my license.
I'm pretty sure I have mine.
I think I'm going to buy the sportsman's package, and then because by the time you factor in deer tags, elk tags, hunting and fishing, and then
migratory bird.
It doesn't cover the migratory bird.
Really?
It doesn't cover migratory bird or duck stamp.
Well, duck stamp I can understand, but migratory bird.
Yeah, it should, right? It's like
I think
$225 or $1.75 or something like that.
Yeah,
it's cheap. I think it should cover it. I also think that it should give you like a $25 certificate for your duck stamp, because duck stamps are good from like July 1st till June 30th or something. It's the middle of the year to the middle of the year. It's not end date to end date like the license. So yeah, deer receipt. So it gives you your deer receipt so you can pick your license or your tag, or you can use it to pay for your controlled hunt if you draw, but it doesn't cover the controlled hunt cost. And then elk receipt. And so, but by the time you factor that in, plus the steelhead permit,
you get the steelhead permit too?
Yeah, you get the steelhead permit, and then you also get a mountain lion tag, a bear tag, a wolf tag, turkey tag. Turkey tag doesn't mean anything because this part of the state's all draw only. It's not a receipt; it's an actual tag. So, if you're gonna put in for turkey, you still have to buy that tag.
Which good luck finding fucking turkeys.
My boss drew on turkey, and he's shot one every year that he's drawn. So it's that whole private property thing.
I mean, I have a spot, but
Cody having trouble buying a tag. But anyway, yeah, I want to get my sportsman's package, and then it makes a lot more sense when you can archery hunt because it gives you your archery permit too.
Well, yeah.
But after the last episode we recorded, I fell down the stairs and I hurt my shoulder. I'm probably not archery hunting this year.
I wanted to archery hunt this year, but the person that was going to take me, we haven't spoken in a while.
Yeah. You purchased your receipt for a tag. Yeah. So that means that when the tags are available, you can either get a general tag or you can put in on a draw hunt. And if you draw, you can use that receipt to get your tag. You still got to pay the cost to put in. It's like $650 or whatever. But if you draw, you get, oh, thanks, Teddy. But if you draw, you can use that receipt to get your tag. So you're not paying the $20 for your tag again. So, but for like out-of-state elk tags in Idaho, I don't remember what they are, but they weren't cheap. They were almost like $600 or something. Maybe they're more than that because he paid $500 for his deer tag.
They did go up as of late, but I can't remember what they went up to. I can't remember where they were. But
I have this thing right here that tells me.
A laptop?
Yeah.
Fair.
Which I recently learned that my laptop has very low capabilities for editing 4K videos. I haven't had to do a whole lot of editing 4K videos, so it's never really been an issue. But doing it at work, my computer was kind of running slow, so I was looking at why, and it came down to the RAM, and that made a lot of sense. All right, non-resident elk tag, $651.71.
It's $100 more for
Well, because he had to buy his license,
yeah, it's out
and
of state.
but you have to buy that before you can put in.
Yeah.
So because the deer tag says $351.75. So I imagine between the cost, because let's see here, a hunting license is $185. So you put that with a $351 deer tag, you're a little over $500.
Yeah.
So yeah, and then you'd be, $800 if you're hunting elk. Dude, that's wild. And then okay, so here's one. In Utah, it used to be like it's like $40 or something for a 3-day small game hunting license. Right. And you could go out and you could hunt pheasants with it, which is awesome. So that's why I would go down there for Thanksgiving and I'd hunt pheasants.
Oh, that's fair.
Right. Last year they raised the prices. It was now $90 for the 3-day license.
How much is just the license?
In Utah?
Yeah, for the whole season.
Oh man, it wasn't cheap. I don't remember, but it was like $500 or something.
Oh shit.
Yeah, it wasn't cheap. But Idaho has their out of state 3-day non-resident small game hunting. $71.75. 3 days. But if you're doing that and you're hunting pheasants on the wildlife management area, you still got to pay for you got to pay for that too. But they also have a non-game hunting license in Idaho. So non-game hunting, $39. So you can hunt coyotes. $40.
It's not bad.
Worth it. So sometimes you can get out on those coyotes and you can get into them.
I still haven't. No, I shot a coyote. I just haven't gotten a fox yet.
I got a fox. I don't have a coyote.
Or a badger.
I don't have. Okay,
badger.
Okay, on the drive down to Boise, I could have had 2 of them in the car because they were dead on the side of the road. One of them was bloated. The other one, he looked like he'd been run over a couple of times, but he wasn't bloated. So I don't know. Like, if I still had the guy that does the tanning that did my fox, if he was still here, yeah, I probably would have picked him up. But he moved, so I'd have to find somebody new, and then I'd have to pay him.
I've got the one right out by my house.
You got to pay him, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the problem.
I guess that's fair.
So I don't know what TTYL is.
Talk to you later.
Oh, is he leaving?
Yeah.
Oh, bye, G Crow.
That's why he called you Clinty Poo.
Oh, all right. I was on the Fishing Game website for a while. I missed like all these comments. So, all right, buddy. Well, have fun. Well, apparently you're responsible for G Crow. He said Cody. He didn't say Colbert. He said Cody.
I know he means Colbert. We all know he means Colbert. He doesn't even know who the fuck I am.
By the way, I don't know if you noticed, you have a sign in front of you. Well, you had a sign in front of you. It said, "Warning, may not get along well with others."
True.
That sign was actually meant for Gage. For we need a name. Right. So all the signs here were actually meant for we need a name.
Mm.
But
what does mine say? Just here to establish something.
Just here to establish an alibi. Because you never talk, and so you're just there to establish the alibi.
That is fair.
So when is this old enough to know better supposed to kick in?
Stormy's.
No, that one was also for me, just like the Scotch one. So I couldn't figure out which one I wanted.
That's fair.
right? And then there's that one down there that nobody can see. So I was I was going to actually go through the effort in between the episodes to take that down, and then hang that up. So
That's fair.
I was going to try and like kind of change the theme between the episodes, but dude, taking that flag down is a pain.
I bet.
Yeah. Oh, dang it. Oh, Stormy got me some new stuff. Stormy and Donna got me some new stuff while they were out today.
Mhm.
I meant to bring it so I could hang it up for this, and I freaking forgot it. But they got me a new Sasquatch thing and a couple new Sasquatch things.
There you go.
So there's one that says "Gone Squatching." I was going to hang it off of that shelf over there in the corner. So, you know, it's crazy though. When I was decorating over here, I was thinking to myself, like, oh, yeah, this could look so good on camera. They can't see it.
No,
No.
they can't.
This is one of those things where you have to be here to appreciate.
Yeah. Because you can't see all the patches either. Some of them are fucking hilarious.
They can see that they're there.
They just don't know what they
They
are.
just don't know what they are. But Stormy and I were actually talking about doing an episode once that gets a little more full over the patches.
Mm-hmm.
Or if we ever get...
We're talking about a little bit more full. It's pretty full.
No, there's empty spaces.
That's fair.
Yeah. And Stormy likes to think a lot of those are hers.
Of course.
Yeah.
Which one's her favorite? I'll take it and she won't know. Unless she won't know which one it is.
Especially since I have one that looks very similar to it.
Oh, no. Of course this one's her favorite one.
Right?
It makes so much sense. I'll hide it in my truck somewhere.
Excuse me, they're all my negative, madam. Those are not.
Yours updates faster than mine.
Yeah.
Well, it's probably because
that's where I'm streaming from.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably.
But no, there's quite a few patches up there, but definitely want more.
That's fair.
I used to be a member of the Patch of the Month Club.
I don't know why you don't do that again.
Because it was $20, and sometimes those patches suck.
That is fair.
So, patch of the month, patch of the month, patch of the month, patch of the month. I don't know. The other ones that I don't like are like this.
That's fair.
Because this is a dude that just came to our booth at SHOT Show. He's like, here, have a patch. I've seen one of his videos, and it was while he was at the booth.
Huh?
Like the video of him at the booth is the only one I've ever seen. So I probably, should have like followed him, but yeah, no.
Maybe.
But Stormy went on to where I was Patch of the Month, like the company that does that, and she bought a few of them, like the one you have.
The one I'm...
The one you're stealing, yeah.
Yeah.
So...
She will come down here and look and know exactly which one it is.
Oh, yeah, she will. She's going to be like, where to go?
Where to go? Which one?
What are you talking about?
This one.
But what I would like to do is if this show ever gets sponsors, so that would mean I would need more than 5 of you to stick around. If the show ever gets sponsors,
yeah.
Obviously, any company that helps us, we already put their stickers on the table. That one doesn't belong there. I actually paid for their crap. That's who I got my reloading scale from.
Oh.
So I had nothing to do with this, but
they sell the lead alternative. It just poofed out of my head.
Like
the
shotgun
shell. No, the shotgun shells. The other,
You talking steel shot?
No.
Oh, because they sell steel shot too.
I know they sell steel shot. What is that called?
Oh, bismuth.
Yes.
Yeah.
They sell bismuth, and it's actually not bad.
No, it's not a bad price.
Not a bad price, and it actually flies pretty well.
It does. Yeah. And the other thing with bismuth is because bismuth is really brittle, it'll break. I'll have to call you back, dear. Hold on. Bismuth will break, and so I was like really weary about theirs, but I saw a guy that I worked with a guy that bought it.
Yeah.
It doesn't break. Like theirs is still full pellets.
Oh yeah, no, it actually takes a lot to break it.
Yeah.
Because my dad bought some from them,
Oh.
and that's what he loaded his. That's what he used.
All right. Let's
Granted.
see if this worked.
What the shit?
I know you took Goons out. I zoomed in on the freaking board.
No, Goons Out's right here. Moon's Out, Goons Out. It's right there. So.
Fine. I'll zoom in again because I know Lieutenant Dangersafe. I could see him.
Oh, no. She says this is the one you shouldn't have taken. Definitely don't take this one.
Oh, don't take the Lieutenant Danger.
I'm writing and writing shit.
Isn't that cool? I can talk on phones on the podcast. So I could have a phone-in guest.
You could.
I could. Hey, Colbert, you want to talk to us?
It wouldn't be your face.
It would not be your face.
Oh, you might wanna, because Gage has got the stereo so loud. We might get fucking copyrighted. We might get flagged.
It's not understandable, and it's fine. So,
are you sure?
Yeah,
I
promise you, dude. I can do some really random crap on here, but because I'm so small, nothing happens. And also because my monetization isn't on, because I don't qualify for monetization, they can't really do much about it.
That's fair.
All right, love you, honey. Bye. But I mean, I could even do.
That one's pretty good. How many sounds do you have on it?
A few. I can even do more. So this machine came with 8 preloaded sounds and 8 preloaded sound effects. So it's really hard to change the sound effects from mic to mic, though. Like,
that's fair.
It's not something you can do real quick. But then I uploaded, there's 8 and then 7 more. So I uploaded 15 sounds.
Shit.
But it's like my intro songs, outro songs, and
2,000 years later.
And the other really cool thing too, I can take, so if I were to take this podcast, right, I got to do is push this button and it records. It records onto this. I can take clippets from that and load them back on as sounds. So like I could take a phone call from Stormy, or like the one we just had. If I would have been recording, I could taken that and just where she's like, "You shits," I could have put that on there. I should have.
You should one time.
Problem is, she never calls me.
I feel that.
Well, she's usually on the podcast with me.
That's fair.
So out of 4 of my podcasts, she's on half
just
of them.
wives calling.
Oh, well.
I call mine. She doesn't call me.
Yeah, I call mine too. But no, like as far as the 4 podcasts I do, she's on 2 of them.
Fair enough.
So, and one of them's solo. So, yeah, and that one's interesting. That's a hard podcast.
I guarantee it is.
Because I sit here, I look at that safe, and I record, and all you hear is. Because I can't not fidget if I'm just by myself.
That's fair.
Right.
I have a hard time not fidgeting it anyway.
Right. And so like I need one of those mats over here.
You can still hear it.
Yeah, but
I guess that's fair.
But that mat makes it so when I drop stuff, it's not as bad.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Is that why it's on Stormy's side?
No, that's actually Stormy's mat.
Not anymore.
He's just gonna take all your stuff except for your spot because he works like really hard and he's tired.
Don't give me too much credit. I just go to work and work. I do what they tell me to.
But yeah, but that's also why I have the coasters because little quieter. So that's one thing I don't like when we do the Squatch Juice cups because they have the little shaker ball in them. It's so loud.
I mean, I guess you could mix it up and just take the shaker ball out.
Well, I think what I'm going to start doing is I'm going to start shaking them up and then putting them in like the water bottle, or I have these new super cool mugs, 32-ounce mugs, perfect size for the Squatch Juice because they're not too sweet. But the company I got them from won't answer me back about like partnering on a sponsorship.
Shocker.
Well, I mean, it's kind of a big company, and I mean, I kind of thought, hunting and Adventure's First Stop would go together really well, but if that doesn't give it away.
Careful.
She says, give her the patch or you get no coffee.
You can have the patch, Stormy. It was a joke. I'm not going to take your patches.
Anyway, but I also found out this company owns another gas station they're both gas stations, but they own another one. Like another chain gas station. And the name of this gas station is so perfect. And they sell shirts. Come and go.
That's pretty good.
Right? So, gas station, they sell shirts, and you can use your rewards points to buy them.
That's even better.
That's how I got the mugs. The mugs don't say come and go, though. No. They're a call sign for a fighter jet. Yeah, there's a whole movie like Top Gun.
Oh.
Maverick.
I was so fucking confused.
I got these Maverick mugs, but they don't want to talk about. Like, they won't even answer my emails.
Of course they won't. They're too fucking proud.
Well, I mean, they have their own shit going, so I get it. And I wasn't asking for much, just $30,000 worth of fuel a year and like a $15,000 monthly food allowance. No. I like their burritos.
They're not bad.
Their nachos are so good.
Their nachos are actually really good.
Dude, that little bonfire, it's so good. And then they serve breakfast. You can go up and order breakfast at 4 a.m.
Really?
Yeah.
That's fucking wild.
Right? If you have the time to stop and wait for them to actually make it, it's not a bad way to go.
No, I'm a lazy shit when it comes to getting out of bed.
I don't want to get up at an extra hour early so this way I can go over to Maverick. It doesn't take an hour, but I don't want to go over there and order a burrito when they have a Moab sitting there.
Chilling there already.
Right? I love the Maverick or the Moab, dude.
I used to. I don't like it as much anymore.
Well, they started putting a lot more potatoes in it.
Yeah.
And that kind of made it not as good. But they have green salsa in the mornings. So go get the green salsa, pour that on there.
See, I've been liking their green chili pork burrito.
I can't do it. It's too sweet.
The last ones I've been getting, they haven't been sweet at all.
Oh, see, and yesterday I got one of their steak burritos because it's like steak and rice. The bottom half of it was their pork. And it was the sweet pork.
Uh-huh.
And I was like, what in the world's going on here? This is not good.
This is steak.
Anyway, somebody ought to tell G. Colbert that when he comes up here, he's got to stop a Maverick. And he's got to get a Moab.
Where's he from?
I don't remember.
There's Mavericks everywhere.
He might be from Utah.
There's definitely Mavericks in Utah.
He might be from California. I honestly don't remember where he's from.
I guarantee there's Mavericks in California.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I have this nifty little device here, though.
Call Google.
Yep, locations right there.
So remember when I was telling you about my work, how we're getting this huge order?
Yeah.
It's 15 million pounds.
Okay.
Of steel.
Jeez.
Of built steel. So we've already made everything for them, but it's 15 million pounds.
That's wild, dude.
Well, yeah, it sounds like a shitload, but then when you actually sit there and look at like our numbers, like for instance, the best month we've had this year has been 12 million pounds of steel in a month.
Okay.
So, like, we move a lot of material.
Oh, damn, that was loud. There's like 2, 4, 8, 10, 12, 15, 16, 17 Mavericks in California.
In all of California.
In all of California.
Let me guess, they're more central.
No, they're like all down this highway.
Down one in particular highway.
Yeah. Interstate 5.
That's interesting.
So, but then, because they, like when you zoom out, it tells you how many's in like a specific area.
Yeah.
There was one in Utah and it says 103. It's got to be Salt Lake.
It's got to be Salt Lake and surrounding area.
Yeah, like 103 Mavericks, dude. That's wild.
That's too much.
No. Because by the time I finish my burrito, I can just go to the next one and get another one.
Shit.
Although, okay, here's the other thing that gets me. So I was driving down Salt Lake this last February, and driving down, they had a Maverick, but there's no gas pumps,
Huh?
right? It's just a convenience store. Like they still have the bonfire in there, so you can still get the food, and they have like all their like snacks and drinks and stuff, and their little medicine thing. They don't sell oil in there,
No.
but it's just like a convenience store.
That's so weird.
But I'm like, it's kind of smart. Walking, dude, I don't know if you've ever walked around that like Salt Lake. I wouldn't recommend it.
Walk around Salt Lake?
Yeah.
No.
No, well, I've walked around Salt Lake a lot. I once spent like 26 hours there unintentionally. So it's pretty convenient to have a Maverick everywhere you go.
It's a familiar store, familiar name. That's fair.
And I know the food's good. Every time I go to 7-Eleven and I get one of their hot dogs, I'm like, ooh, why does this look like a Crypt Keeper finger?
They're called the Wizard Fingers at that point.
Nah, dude. But I think the problem is we have like 5 7-Elevens in all of Idaho.
Do we eat? We don't have one in Idaho Falls.
Not in Idaho Falls. No.
I don't even think we have one. Is there one in Pocatello?
There's one in Pocatello. Yeah. But like Maverick, you always go in there and get a jalapeno cheddar Bahama Mama.
Those are delicious.
Right. Now, if you really want the secret to heartburn, you get the jalapeno cheddar Bahama Mama, right? Put it on their buns, which their buns are really good too. Douse it in their nacho cheese.
Oh my god.
Cover it in sauerkraut, jalapenos, and onions. I mean, like, cover it so it looks like a salad. Just, that's where it's at. Now, Stormy says he thinks he's in Cali. He might be in Cali. I honestly don't remember. He said it once, like 2 months ago. I don't remember.
I never.
Honestly, I thought it was a woman.
Oh, it's not?
No, it's a dude.
Oh. Okay.
Apparently, he's really nice. He's really nice on here.
Apparently.
I mean, I've never met the guy. So.
Well, no.
Can you grab that magnet that's on there?
This one?
Yeah, that one. Oh, dang, the bar's not there. The bar's stuck back in there. Stick it on that sign behind you. No, that's where Stormy's sign goes. It's all crooked.
That's the point.
It was upside down on the save, so. Which, by the way, that's another
I
thing.
don't even think you can read it.
No.
I was going to say colors are clashing.
Yeah. So that's another thing I got to figure out too. Is this gun safe?
Where'd you want me to?
That sign right there below those headphones. Yeah. Colors clash there too, but it's fine. Yeah. So I got that safe on a scratch and dent sale.
Yeah.
Right. It's been what? 6 years?
Since you worked at Cal's?
No, I got that after Coulter was born. So it's been 3 years. I've had that safe for 3 years. Well, the battery died in it. So,
Yeah.
so I couldn't open it. So I put a new battery in it. Now it beeps. Now it doesn't lock. Right? Like, try it. See if it'll lock. Like, and I don't know if it's because there's a chain stuck behind the handle.
I'm thinking maybe because it doesn't feel like it's latching all the
Like
way.
it feels like it just doesn't turn all the way to actually set the lock.
You get a chain stuck behind it.
So where'd he go? Somewhere around here, I have a St. Hubert medallion, and he was on one of those chains. I had him hanging from there.
Now I gotta get it.
Did it lock? Oh, no.
You might have to reset it.
I have to figure something out with it. Wow. It's all good. It's
I
mostly
think
there
in
for
those little pieces of papers that guys never read when you get new toys like that, it said something about that. But
yeah, it says to change the battery.
yeah, but it might have instructions for afterwards.
Oh, maybe. He's hanging by the case behind the door. Is he? No, he's not. St. Hubert's not over there. He's a little medallion. He's kind of easy to miss. But I had him hanging from the flag for a while. He's not hanging there now. But do you know who St. Hubert is?
No.
He's a patron saint of hunting.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm not Catholic or anything, but it's kind of cool.
that's kind of cool.
So, yeah. If I was Catholic, he'd be my saint. Just not Catholic. But ever since I had that medallion, I've had successful hunting years. So, I mean, so maybe there's something to that. Also, another tidbit of information for you. Now, this is a brand that I know you're familiar with. Jägermeister.
Oh, is this sky blue? Am I German? Like, of course I know what that is.
Yeah. Do you know why Jägermeister uses the stag with the cross in between his antlers as the logo?
No, I knew at one point, but I don't remember anymore.
Because of St. Hubert.
Oh,
So St. Hubert was like this hardcore hunter. Just hunt. That's all he did, right? Just gave up everything else and he was hunting. Well, one day he's out in the woods and a stag came up to him and spoke to him and told him that he needed to start spreading the word of God.
okay.
So we put hunting aside and started spreading the word of God. So that's why you have the stag with the cross in between his antlers. It's because of St. Hubert.
All right.
Interesting information, but yeah.
So it actually does. Yeah, it means something. Then.
Yeah, and also that logo is not trademarked.
It's not.
No, Yeah.
Jägermeister's logo is not trademarked.
no. Like the idea of it. So like you can do different variations of it without Jägermeister suing you because it's St. Hubert's symbol. So you can do different variations of it and not get sued. Also, I'm sure like you heard how Jägermeister found their bottles. So the dude that started Jägermeister, which it started as a whole nother company and it was like failing. So the guy that was trying to figure something else out and he came up with Jägermeister. But he wanted, like he knew it was an alcohol that was going to make people do some weird stuff.
Well, yeah.
So he went to all these different bottle companies, got a sample, and threw them on the ground. Just yeeted them.
Okay.
Jägermeister was the bottle that didn't break. So that's why it's in that bottle. because the bottle doesn't break when you throw it.
Huh. I've never thrown a Jägermeister bottle before.
Apparently, it's like Sobe bottles, man. They're not supposed to break.
That's like Crown bottles.
Yeah. You can use that stuff as a hammer. Maybe Crown did the same thing. This is going to make people angry. Let's make sure the bottle doesn't break.
Yeah, so when you hit your friend over the head with it, it just makes a thunk noise. They're still getting stitches, but it's not from glass. It's just from blunt trauma.
Blunt force trauma. So, when you go hunting, do you ever have like a tradition, like after you successfully get something, you have a drink or something?
Yes.
Yeah. So, I never had that growing up, right? This last year was the first year I actually drank alcohol after successfully harvesting an animal,
Okay.
right? And it was Coors Light. And like, don't get me wrong, Coors Light, I'll drink it, but like, it's definitely not like, whiskey,
No.
right? But drinking has started to become more of a tradition. So we're not going to drop names or anything here, but I'd happen to know a guy who now, whenever he goes steelhead fishing, every time they catch and land a steelhead, they take a shot of Fireball.
Ugh.
Right? This wasn't his tradition; it was brought on by a friend of his, but that's what they did. And I guess there was one day they invited me to go. I had to work or something. I didn't go, but they had to quit. They were landing so many steelhead because at the time you could keep 2, which I don't know if now it's 2 or 3, but at the time you could keep 2.
I thought I was always 2. But
It,
anyway,
it depends
2
on
a day or something.
yeah, 2 a day.
Like that.
Yeah, but anyway, so they both had their one, and then they just kept catching wilds, and wilds put up a hell of a fight.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but they would
I want to go do that shit in Oregon when they're still silver.
right.
And same thing with the salmon when the salmon run.
Yeah, but they were catching so many wilds. This guy was like, "I've got to quit. I've got to drive home." So he quit taking the shots. But, like, to catch that many steelhead in one day, that's a lot of steelhead.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, and I guess this last year, like, they were all talking about how this run is so great, so awesome. It's going to be a huge run, and then we went up and nothing, dude. Like, the report was terrible. They were late coming up because the water never got cold.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so they didn't quite move up as fast. And then one of the guys I went with, who is not familiar with steelhead fishing, he's like, well, because as they're going up to salmon, when dead water freezes, they stop because dead water's frozen. They can't keep moving.
Yeah.
So, but as soon as that ice dam breaks, they move up again. So everybody waits for that ice dam to break, and then they head back up there for the spring season.
That's what you hear up there.
Yeah.
Is, oh, has dead water broke yet?
Yeah.
No.
Dead water never froze this year.
Oh, shit.
It's my understanding dead water never actually like froze enough to have an actual ice dam.
Huh.
So the steelhead just ran all winter.
Well, shit.
So, but that's what, because you wait, because they all gather at the ice dam, wait for it to break. And then when it breaks, it's just a rush. Just all because, they slowly work their way in, and then they're bottlenecked into this area and stuck. And then as soon as it breaks, then they can all go through. Well, if there's never that bottleneck,
They're just
it's just trickling through.
Yeah, so your fish per hour is going to be horrible, but it's going to be sustained for longer.
But one of the biggest runs in the last 20 years never got the part to make the spring season worth it.
That is fair.
So that's, I don't know how this falls run is going to be, but I mean, usually you don't hear until like July, but.
Well, if you think about it, because the ice dam blocks them up, so more things can get to them, such as predators and everything. And if they could just run all winter, we could have an amazing one this fall.
Yeah, I have to wait and see. I don't know.
We could. There's a possibility.
Yeah. I don't know. I'll have to wait and see. I'd love to go back up there, catch some fish. Although, one of these days, we need to go up to northern Idaho and go fishing up there.
Yes.
So I've been to Orofino before, fish there. Yeah. We should take the wives and head up there.
Sadie would love it. So
Dude, Orofino is so pretty. And then fishing up there, heck yeah. That is one of the only places where I regret keeping fish.
That's fair.
Well, so we got a guide while we were up there because we don't know the river. You always do better in a boat than from the shore, ideally, right? So we're sitting there fishing, and from the boat ramp, there's this huge hole right off the boat ramp, and we aren't even 100 yards away from the boat ramp, and we anchor up and we start fishing. Huge hole. This hole's like a quarter mile long, massive.
Shit. All right.
I caught 2 keepers in the first hour. And so I'm like, yep, I'm keeping them. And the guy's like, if you keep them, you're done. And I'm like, yeah, but there's no guarantee I'm going to catch more fish. I have 2 fish here. I'm going to keep them. I sat on that boat for the rest of the day. And I had this coat on. It was a jacket, right? And it was, I don't remember who made it, but it was a black jacket. I'd been using it for snowboarding for years, right? Because I always assumed it was waterproof. It was, except for the stitches. The stitches were not.
Yep.
And it rained like a cow pissing on a flat rock for the rest of the day, right? My dad was there, and he caught one at the other end of the hole. Now, the best part of this is there's 2 other people in another boat just downstream from us. They didn't know how to cast, so they were put on hot shots. So their poles are just in the water swimming, and their guide is just rowing upstream very, very slowly, and they're waiting for it, right? Well, my dad hooks onto this wild steelhead, sets the hook, and it takes off, and it's going all over the place. It's porpoising next to their boat. It hit their boat, and those guys are like, what's that? And their guide had to be like, well, he caught a fish because he knows how to cast. Right? And so anyway, he lands that fish, and the guy goes, because the guy knew it was wild. He's like, Fish and Game, they're pretty stickler about this. So like, I can't let you hold it. I basically got to pull it out to get the hook out, and I got to send it back. So
yeah, they're
get your camera ready.
Very strict about it.
So the guide reaches in, grabs it by the tail, and reaches under and grabs it by like underneath. He doesn't have enough room to grab it by the tail and get up under the head.
Oh shit! So
Right.
This is a decent one.
It stretched like that, right? Yeah, it was over 40 inches. Yeah, but we didn't have the actual time to measure. He's just like, I know how long this is, and it was bigger than that.
That's fair.
All right. And so he's like, it's good fish. Too bad we got to put it back. So we put it back, and then my dad caught like a little river trout. Nothing crazy. It was like this big. And then he finally caught a keeper, caught a hatchery fish. And his hatchery fish was still like 3 inches bigger than the 2 that I caught. And I have pictures of those at work, but they were still 36-inch fish.
Oh yeah, you can get into them sometimes. They're pretty good size.
Yeah, they're big fish. And one of them had like scars all the way around it. It looks like it'd been wrapped up in fishing line, and it just like got all cut up. But dude, I'd love to go back up there and fish that again. That was,
I think that's where my dad went with one of his buddies.
yeah,
It sounds very similar.
dude. And the only thing I wasn't a huge fan of is because we didn't stay super close to where the boat ramp was. And so we were up at like 2:00 in the morning. We ate breakfast, drove over to where we met the guide, which wasn't at the river. And then the guide got us, like, they gave us a coffee cup and filled it with coffee, and like, oh, that's all included in your like, don't worry about that. You didn't have to pay $35 for a cup. It was included. Head out, and we had to drive, I think it was like 15 miles or something, to the boat ramp, get put in, and we couldn't leave the dock until sunrise. So we had to wait for like 2-3 minutes before we could actually get in the water. But dude, it was great. And then we took out right at Orofino. Like, you were in the town of Orofino when you take out. That's when I was like, dude, we should go look at Night Force. And the guy's like, you can't do that.
Oh yeah, you told me about that.
But yeah, so you take out right at Orofino. And this dude, he was okay. So we learned some really cool tricks from this guy. Right. One of the biggest things that we learned from this guide was don't pee off the side of the boat.
Well, no Shit.
Well, that's what we always done. They either hang off the bow or hang off the back end, like front. You always hang off and take a leak. He's like, nah, don't do that. Because drift boats, they got such a steep angle. Yeah, don't do that. He handed you a Folgers can. You piss in the Folgers can, you throw it in the water and you wash it out. Hell yeah, dude. That is like the best trick. And we've carried that forever. Right. There's always a Folgers can in the boat. At one point, there was even like a hospital urinal, like the little plastic jugs.
Yeah.
There was even one of those in there because hell yeah, dude. That's like the best kept secret ever. Piss in a Folgers can. But we get off the river, right? And he's like, hey, do you guys mind? Like, because your fish are dead, but we've got to gut them and everything. So let's just do it right here. He's like, do you mind if I keep your guys' eggs? I'm like, no, that's fine. He's like, sweet. He cuts them open, grabs the eggs, and throws them in that Folgers can. My dad's like, what are you going to do with those? He's like, well, I'll make my own roe. I was like, oh, well, man, that makes sense. So,
It's easy as hell.
yeah. He's like, we got a little brine. We just stick them in, and
Fuck, you could piss in it and probably do just fine.
So, but it's one of those things where it's like, I guess I'm not eating the roe, so it's okay to stick it in that can. I'm eating the thing that eats the roe, so oh well. So.
Yeah, that like shit, steelhead fishing. But so one of my dad's buddies, he would like to take me steelhead fishing, and he'd just look at my dad. Your son's out of school Thursday, Friday. I'm taking him steelhead fishing for the weekend. Dad would just say, okay.
Hell yeah, dude.
And the first time I went with him, he had a Chevy Blazer, and we slept in the back of it.
I've slept in the back of similar vehicles. It's a tight squeeze.
Okay, he's taller and bigger than Gage at that time.
Oh my god!
But also, I was a
small
small child,
Yeah.
so it didn't matter as much.
But like, I've slept in the back of an Isuzu Trooper. Like, folded down the seats and slept in the back with my dad because we went deer hunting. Yeah, we were deer hunting up in Chalice. Went to set the tent up, and we were missing some of the poles.
Oh, fuck.
So we had to, like, everything was closed.
Yeah.
So we got everything out of the back of the Trooper, folded down the seats, just slept back there for the night. Next morning, drove into Chalice, got some conduit, made that work. Actually, I don't think we were forgetting some of the poles. I think we were forgetting all of the poles.
All of them.
So I think what we did is we set up the ridge pole and then used ropes to tie everything down. Because conduit's not cheap.
No,
No.
it's not.
No. But we always we always use a wall tent.
Dude, wall tents are the shit.
Dude.
That's my favorite way to fucking hunt, dude.
I've got one.
Oh, they're fucking awesome.
It's a little guy. Fits like 3 people pretty comfortably. 3 people in a stove.
Oh, you've seen my dad's buddy, like the family buddy
Yeah.
up there. You know exactly where he camps.
Mm.
How big their fucking wall tents are.
Yeah. So you've seen because my dad camped up there. You saw our wall, like the big one that we used.
Yeah.
You can fit, because we would put 3 or 4 people in there and have room for a table and a stove and a cook station.
Oh, dude, you should see his fucking uncle. His uncle's got a shitload of money. So I don't know if it was one of the last times I went up there, he just got his new wall tent. The motherfucker ordered carpet for the back half of his wall tent. So the front half, which was a wall tent, just like a decent sized one. And that was the cook station, and it had a wood stove in it.
Yeah.
And then he had like all of his guns and everything in there. And then you go back to the next one, which was the sleeping area, which not 1, but 2 fucking full-size beds across from each other. Another wood stove. He had that back one custom made because he had the front one.
Mm-hmm.
So he had the back one built.
Yeah,
so
he had
him
another
and
jack
his
in there.
dad could.
Yeah.
It was built different because you know how wall tents are. You walk in and the wood stove's usually right here.
Yeah, it's usually right next to the door.
Yeah, they had theirs instead put in the back, and they made their wall tent wider so they could fit 2 full size mattresses this way to each other. And
That's
then
crazy.
the wood stove was right here.
So the one that I grew up in, I shouldn't say the one I grew up using, right? So you walk in and there's the wood stove to the left, right? There's a little bit of room to put some
To the left, that's a little weird.
Yeah, it's to
All the
left.
ones I've been in, it's to the like you walk through
Door,
the
it's to the
flap
right.
door and it's to the right.
Yeah, this one's to the left. So you walk
Okay.
in the flap door, it's to the left, right? And then there's a little bit of room between the wall, like the flap door, and the stove, so that we would stack firewood there.
Yeah.
Right.
I think everybody does that because
Yeah.
you want space so it doesn't
Yeah,
fucking
right.
start your wall tent on fire.
But then and then to the right of that is usually where we'd put the table.
Okay.
Like, so on the right hand side would be the table, and then you walk back a little bit, and then you had room to actually put. If you didn't put the table right up against the wall, you had room for 2 cots.
Yeah.
Like head to foot all the way up, and then you had another cot against the back wall, and then another cot on the side. And if you set it up that way, you had enough room still to put the table in the middle of the tent. It was just one of those things where
I'm surprised your dad never went to like Army Surplus and bought some of the military fucking bunk beds.
Well, so my dad was in the military. He spent a lot of time on those cots. He doesn't like them.
The bunk beds?
Well, he just doesn't like the cots in general. But when I was a kid, there was talk about getting bunk beds. But if my sister was going and I was going and my dad, that was it. Just the 3 of us. But my sister didn't like to hunt, so But Stormy and I have been talking about it for our kids, doing the bunk beds for them, because I've got the littler wall tent.
Mhm.
So, but Stormy wants to do like an air mattress in there. Like, well, if we do an air mattress, like you got to figure out a better floor. You got to do something in there.
Just get a shitty mattress from a cheap store, dude. That's exactly what I would do. Fuck the air mattress. They always leak, especially up there when it starts getting cold.
Well, see, that's the other thing too, because like
You got to keep them warm.
yeah, well, wall tents have that little flap on the bottom to keep the snow out, but it doesn't keep the breeze out.
Fuck no.
And being 6 inches off the ground, you're still feeling the breeze all night long.
Oh yeah.
You got to get a cot, get yourself a foot off the ground, right? But once we get to that point, then we got to start buying, because like I have a really warm sleeping bag, like a -40 sleeping bag. And now I've got to get one for Stormy, and I've got to get one for each one of the kids, And so, thankfully, like where the kids are so young, like when they first start getting into hunting, it's probably going to be like in the camper,
Yeah, that's fair.
something with the heater and really protect them from the wind and all that. It'll be really gentle. So hopefully they learn to like it. Otherwise,
And then throw them into the shit.
oh, dude, as soon as I can, I'm taking them out and I'm like, okay, I want to go out and buy one of those Kodiak tents, like the spring bar tents. So there's the 2 poles on the side and one on the top. And buy one of those. Be like, that's your side, that's my side. There is no stove jack. All right, we got a buddy heater. We're going to run it until it's bedtime. Then we got to turn that thing off and you go to bed. I've done that before.
See, that's pretty much like, so the dude I went with, I always slept in his tent. My mom, my dad, and my 2 sisters would sleep in his, because he had 2 wall tents. He has his little one, and then which was his first one, and now he has this big one. So I always slept in his tent. And dude, the fucking sleeping bag he had is like a negative 40 rated sleeping bag, but then he had a canvas bag made for it.
Yeah.
Oh my god!
Dude, everybody I've ever talked to is like, if you're hunting and it's cold, get one of those. I don't remember what they're called, bedroll bags, but like that is gonna trap in a lot more moisture than or a lot more heat than you think, and keep a lot more moisture out.
Oh, insanely!
Yeah.
Like, because he would have it warm in there at night, so you could strip down to like just your underwear, and you're like, "Oh, this is great!" I crawl in your sleeping bag, get all fucking warm. He doesn't wake up and stoke the fire though.
No.
So you wake up in the morning and it's cold as fuck. You're like, oh shit.
So my dad's one of those guys. He does not do cold.
No.
No, he does not do cold at all. So he will get up and stoke the fire. Right. He's one of those guys like, oh, you got to put the damper here and you got to put the air vent here.
That's my dad.
Right. And then he's like, all right, now get the fire nice and hot while we play a little bit of cribbage. And he plays cribbage and then he's like, all right, throw some big logs on there and close everything up. And then we're going to bed.
And shut it the fuck down.
Yeah. Right. And then, 3:00 in the morning, you'll hear my dad shuffling around, throwing some logs in the fire, go outside to go pee and you're, whoo, it's cold. And then he comes back in. Yep, fire's growing and crawls back in bed. Every day. It's the same thing.
See, that's the type of shit my dad did. It's like, dude, holy fuck. But even like the propane lanterns, you turn one of those on in the morning and it surprisingly heats up those tents pretty fucking well.
So well. Like, because, my dad's
not like
pretty big.
Comfortable warm.
Just enough to keep the bite off, though.
Enough to keep the bite off and get your clothes on.
Yeah. But like, my dad already had the fire stoked all night long.
Yeah, so it didn't matter.
So you threw one more log on there. He opened everything up. So this way it burns hot and fast. And then you get dressed and we would usually do those like blue enamel kettles. So fill that up with water and we'd eat oatmeal on the top. Yep. And then we'd eat oatmeal in the morning. So you just use that to eat your oatmeal. And you had the lantern going. So it's got a couple of heat sources there. You could still see your breath.
Oh, yeah.
But you weren't going to die.
Yeah, you weren't shivering.
Yeah. And then you'd walk outside and get the four-wheeler started and that
let it run for like a fucking hour because it's so fucking cold.
Right. And we made that mistake this last year. So as we were loading everything up to leave, I started the four-wheeler so I could back it up to the trailer because we have these little trailers that are 49 inches wide. So that they're trail legal trailers. We had to modify them to make them trail legal. But I backed the trailer, the four-wheeler up to the trailer, and then I shut it off and got it hooked up. Well, I only started it and had it running for like 15 seconds, if that. Well, then it wouldn't start.
Yeah.
And my dad and I were trying and trying and trying. And we're like, he's like, it smells like it's flooded. And I was like, I don't know. I don't know why it'd be flooded. And I'm like, because I started it, and it started right up, and then it just didn't.
Yeah.
It's because I fired it up and then I didn't let it run. So
up there's weird with four-wheelers.
It is. So what ended up happening was I fired it up and let it run, right? And then, or it didn't let it run. We got everything loaded up, and then we're trying to fire it up and leave, and my dad's like, well, I don't know. And we messed with it for hours, like 2 hours. And then he's like, I don't know what to do. And I was like, the only thing we can do is you're going to have to drive down, unhook the trailer that's on your four-wheeler, come back up, hook up this trailer, drive it down, come back up and tow this four-wheeler down. And I mean, you know what it's like to drive all the way down to the main road and then drive all the way up. I mean,
horrible.
Yeah, it's horrible. And it's a long ride. It's because you got to take it slow.
You have to, especially if you had a trailer.
Yeah. Got to take
with no trailer brakes.
Yeah. And then also, like, there's always spots up there that just never dry out. So there's just muddy messes on hills that you just slide down. So we were working on that, and he's like, I'm going to keep my radio on. So if anything happens, just call me on the radio. And, up there, once you get over the hill, good luck catching anyone on the radio.
Oh, yeah.
Right. Well, so he's heading down, and I'm, pressing the starter, and it doesn't have a pull start.
Yeah.
And so I'm pressing the starter button, and I can hear the battery just slowly draining. And I'm like, I don't want to kill the battery. Right. But it's also an automatic. So I can't like pop a clutch or anything. So I'm like, oh my gosh. So what I did was I shut it off, and I had the kill switch off. And I was like, okay, I'm going to press and hold this button. Like, I'm going to turn the key on, press and hold the starter button, and then flip the kill switch to on. I do that. And it goes, and I was like, oh my God, it started. Right. And so I get on the radio, and I'm like, I hope he gets this. And I was like, hey, I got it started. And my dad goes, I got to the one and only spot of reception when you hit the radio. I had to back up to call you back. There's one spot. As you get over the hill, it's all trees and whatnot until you get to the main road. But there's one bare spot on a corner.
Yeah.
That's where I happened to catch him when I got on the radio. He's like, how many times did you call? I was like, I just called the one time. He's All right. Perfect. Well, I'll wait here for you. So, okay. So I head down the hill and he's like, I'm glad you got it started. How'd you do it? And so I told him, he's like, oh, that's weird. You're telling me. We get down to the truck and then we don't shut it off. I just leave it running. Did you hear that? Is that your phone?
My phone's completely.
That was a weird squeal.
Sure was.
Sounded like a belt loose when you fire up a car, didn't it?
A little bit.
Anyway, so
I was gonna say if somebody pops in that door, it's not gonna be.
this
a
is
good
a bad
day.
room to pop into that door. Just saying.
Very bad room.
You got that, and I'm going to be jumping for that. Actually, that's not loaded. You got that.
That is.
But anyway, so we
Is the M1 loaded?
no. There's a hammer there though. Oh,
I'll give that to you. I'll grab the hammer.
I forgot.
I'm more deadly with a
I'm
hammer.
good. I'm set. But anyway, so I get down to the truck, we get the trailers unloaded, and then get the trailers onto the trailer to haul them home.
Yeah.
And then this guy stops over and he starts chatting with us because he sees my deer in the back. Starts talking and whatnot. And
Like everyone fucking does up there, I swear.
yeah, but this dude was like an actual like hunter. Like he actually knows where we were hunting. And he's like, yeah, I know where you're at. Like I know what you guys are doing. And he's like, you want to see what I've shot out of there? And he pulls up pictures of some monsters.
Oh yeah.
And he's like, I see you guys over there all the time. I figured eventually you guys would get something big, but like his are big. I'm like, okay. So yeah, we were talking, but I had to leave that 4-wheeler running. I didn't trust it to shut it off.
That's fair.
Right. So we're talking, and I got this loud 700 4-wheeler just blah, 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 blah. Right, so we get it loaded, and I shut it off as soon as it's on the trailer. And I was like, should we try and start it? My dad's like, yeah, try and start it. Fired right up. I'm like, all right. Well, then my dad, he gets home, right? Get the 4-wheelers unloaded and everything. And he goes to move it like 2-3 months later. It was January when he went to move it. It did the same thing.
Huh.
It just would not start. My dad's like, what did he do to start that again? And he's like, oh, that's right. He puts the kill switch off and pushes the start button, moves it over, and it fires up.
Huh.
And I was like, there gotta be something going on with that kill switch or something.
There's gotta be.
Right. But that's not how I shut it off. I always shut it off with the key. And I don't use the kill switch. So I don't know why that would be a thing, but
So my dad bought the Honda 4-Tracks,
Yeah.
like the 90s ones. So my dad bought one of those.
was it
for
2-wheel drive or 4-wheel drive?
4-wheel drive.
Okay.
It was the auto switching one.
Ah, okay.
So we went up to Chalice one time, and the fucking starter got stuck on.
Ugh.
So we disconnected the starter. This was our first day up there. So we take it back to camp, and I'm like, so what do we do? The starter won't fucking work now because we had disconnected so it wouldn't burn it up. It ended up burning it up anyway. But anyway, so I was like, what do we do? And then my dad looked at me and went, looks like you got to kickstart it every fucking morning. Dude, trying to kickstart a fucking 4-wheeler at shit up there gets like -20 sometimes.
Yeah.
At like fucking -20.
Yeah.
Sucks.
Yeah.
Thank God those things start no matter what you do to them, I swear. Because like the first morning I walk out, I'm like, this is going to blow. Hop on it, kick it once, kick it twice. Third time it just fires right up. I'm like, that's fucking awesome.
Yeah. I had a buddy who had a little Honda 4-wheeler, but it was like a 250.
Yeah.
Right. And he's like, oh yeah, I just bought this for my nephew to ride, but let's go ride. And I was like, okay. At the time I'm 210 pounds and 6 foot tall. I'm on this little 250 and we're up riding all over freaking Heisey. Right. And he finds this hill and he had a Banshee.
Yeah.
And so he's just like bahaing up this hill with his Banshee, just and I'm with her rocking it to get it to go up the hill. So this was about the time, was it Grown Ups? I think it was Grown Ups that came out. Higgins.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so they used to give me crap because I looked like Higgins. I look like David Spade. So it's like, it's the Higgins mobile. I was like, oh, damn. So when he sold it, he called me. He's like, do you want to buy the Higgins mobile? No, dude, it's a 2-wheel drive 250.
See, the ones that we take up there are only 300s.
So we started off with going up there with 400s.
Fuck.
Yeah.
My Siri just started fucking going off for some reason.
Yeah, we started off up there on 400s, the
Yeah.
Suzuki Eiger 400s.
Yeah.
Well, Suzuki discontinued the Eiger,
Uh-huh.
and we went over to the King Quads. Same thing.
They make the King Quads are fucking amazing.
They are. You know, they had the King Quad at the same time they had the Eiger. There just wasn't enough to differentiate the two to actually justify having two different models. So they just made everything the King Quad, right? So then my dad got the King Quads, and then when you're hauling the trailer up and all with all your gear in there, and then someone my size on there, 400 struggle on some of those hills. And there's one hill in particular where it was you would actually take your trailer off. So one person would take their trailer off and ride to the top, and then they'd bring their winch down and then winch up to you. So this way they'd suck you in as you try to drive up with the trailer, and then they'd go down, or you'd bring your winch down, bring the next guy up, and then when it was all said and done, another guy's winch would come down, and you'd go hook your trailer up and bring it up. So, like, it took some time to get up there on those 400s. So my dad's like, I need something bigger. So we got this 700, and 700 is great. But then he wanted something a little different. So then he got a Can-Am 900.
These things are fucking big too.
Yes, they are. And they're loud. They will handle really well.
Oh, yeah.
So will the 700, but my dad put wider tires on them. Well, he was thinking like a wider tire base, it'd be a little more stable. Problem is you hit anything and it jerks you. So he now has the Can-Am 900 and the Suzuki 700.
I'm assuming the 900 has the power steering in it too.
Technically, they both do. Yeah.
Damn.
But he's trying to sell the 900 right now. So if any of you need a Can-Am 900, it's red.
You want them brightly colored up there because you don't want to go, oh, fuck, where's my four-wheeler? And end up walking past it 4 fucking times because it's dark green.
That's what color the 700 is. It's OD green.
That's what color the King Quads usually were too.
So they were like, you could get camo, OD green, or red. My dad always got the red.
On the King Quads?
On the King Quads.
My dad got the green.
Yeah. Then
And
like
he fucked that thing up. Oh my god, is that thing fucked up now? The whole front rack is fucking bent in.
Rolled it a time or two.
Rolled it. He's rolled it like 4 times.
Yeah.
I guess the first time was so bad because he was side hilling on it and the
Yep.
ground broke loose, so he just jumped off.
Yeah.
I guess the handlebars were like fucking down here.
Yep. I've done that on the King Quads and the Eigers. When I wasn't very old. I was like 8. Had to be 8. And my dad and my sister were deer hunting, and I was just up there just to be up there. And my dad's like, there's a deer. My sister couldn't see it. Like 100 yards away. Yeah. So my dad's like, if you're not going to shoot it, I'm going to shoot it. So my sister's like, shoot it. So my dad shoots it. It's up the hill. And he's like, all right, we're going to go get it. He drives up the side hill, go get it, gets it loaded up. And as he starts turning around, the side hill's so steep, it just end over end. And my dad bailed, I don't know after how many rolls, but I didn't bail until it was almost to the bottom. But that deer's hoof went over the handlebar and hit the throttle and then got stuck. So it was redlining as it's rolling. And so my dad was he got it shifted up to 5th gear before he bailed. And I stayed on, but because I didn't actually like fall off gracefully. It's kind of flung off downhill and it rolled over me, and the handlebar rolled over my leg, like right on my knee. Yeah. And so we get home, and I'm a kid. So I'm like, the deer was driving the 4-wheeler. And my mom's like, what? So yeah, it rolled that. My dad had to bend the handlebars back on that. And then we went up to Stoddard Creek. I was riding up there. I was just, and parts on some of those trails that they get pretty narrow, especially when you're going around a bowl. Hello, thanks for coming back. But there's a little bowl, and as you go around that bowl, it goes to like just a 50-inch trail. Well, as I'm going around, these motorcycles come hauling ass
Yeah.
at me. Well, so they aren't moving out of the way. So I'm like, okay, well, there's a little spot like right here. I'm just gonna like kind of get off the side and see if they'll go single file. They did not. They stayed side by side. So I had to keep going up the hill. As I'm going up, start to tip, and they just boom, and then I rolled. And my boot was untied. And so I bail, and then I start running down the hill because I didn't think go to one side or the other. I just start running down the hill, and then I'm like running, and then I tripped on my shoelace and I flung myself. And at the base of this bowl, there was like a little creek, and I fell in the creek, and I'm like, "This is where I die." And then I can hear the four-wheeler. I'm like, "Oh, okay, here it comes," and then it just stopped. I was like, "Huh." I get up, it's upright, just sitting there running like nothing happened. It was like if I would have had a camera, I would have taken a picture because it was beautiful. Because there's like no roads or anything because it rolled so far down. I'm like, this is really pretty, but how do I get out of here? And so I'm like, all right, I guess I'm just gonna have to just drive out of here until I hit the road. So I did. I get back, and my dad's like, "Why are you all muddy?" I was like, "Well," so I told him what happened. He's like, "Oh, you okay?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm fine." He's like, "All right, let's go look at that four-wheeler." So we go over there and look, and one handlebar's like this. He's like, "All right, sit on the front." So I sat on the front. And he goes, bends it straight. He goes, "That'll work." All right. So I've rolled Suzuki's more than once. And you would think I'd start wearing a helmet. I've rolled that 700 onto myself.
Oh, fuck that.
Yeah, right before my son was born.
Oh, yeah, I think I remember that
Yeah.
too.
Like, because I busted some ribs and then didn't go to the hospital for a few days, and I got yelled at the hospital
for not going in
because when they took the X-ray, it was all blood, so they couldn't see my bones. And I was telling them, like, I can feel blood dripping on the inside. That's why I went in. Had nothing to do with the bones. It's because I could feel like something wet rolling down my side. Well, it was internal bleeding. I didn't rupture my spleen, but I cut my spleen. And so they're like, if you had ruptured that, you'd be dead in 24 hours. Guaranteed. I was like, oh, okay. So now Stormy's like, you need a helmet because I might have got some gravel back in here and back in my shoulder. And I was like, I mean, what probably would have saved my life a little more would be a chest plate, but I'm not wearing one of those. What actually saved my life was binoculars.
Oh, yeah.
Because that four-wheeler has a plow frame on it.
Yeah.
The plow frame landed on my chest.
Ugh.
But it landed on my binoculars. And so I was pinned under it. And so my stepbrother, because I couldn't get to my radio, it's pinned underneath the four-wheeler. And I'm pinned under there. I can't move. And I'm like, I'm going to die right here. Thank God. Dignity, I guess. I didn't shit my pants, so dignity. But anyway, they saw the four-wheeler and they saw the dust cloud and they're like, oh no. So they run over and he picked that 700 up and got it off of me.
Holy shit.
Yeah. So
that reminds me. Same dude, Brandon, right?
Mm.
So I watched this motherfucker when we first ever went up to Chalice. There was so much fucking snow up there, it wasn't even funny. But I watched
it's weird up there how it'll do that.
Yeah. I watched this dude unload one of those Honda 4-tracks without fucking ramps out of the back of his fucking white F350 Power Stroke 7.3.
Dang.
By hand. So what he would do is he'd release the parking brake, unstrap it and everything.
Right.
And then he'd pull it to the edge. And then he'd walk back, extend his arms out, and just pull the fucker off. It wouldn't even touch the tailgate. And then same thing, loading it, he would just pick the front up, set the front on the back of the truck, and then lift the back and slide it in. Like,
So,
huh?
I went up to Spencer one time. I watched these dudes do that with their snow machines.
Yeah, snow machines are heavy as fuck.
Well, they were in they had that metal, like,
Oh, the platform.
yeah, that goes on top of your bed, right? They had one of those, and they had 2 snow machines on, and they were backed on. And so I'm like, okay, and I'm sitting there, like, it'd been snowing like a mother, and I was like watching like just the hillsides out there, and I was sitting in my truck where it's nice and warm, and these guys pull up and they fire them up, and then they get all dressed up and whatnot, and then the guy just hikes up there, gets on it, and it was big green snow machine, and he just brap. I was like, oh,
That's
Yeah,
do it.
that's pretty handy, right? I never did see I actually got it back on. I imagine there was ramps, but to pull it off, he just drop. God, man.
You'll watch dudes do that up in Island Park, but they just back up to the fucking snowbanks from when they clear the
Yeah.
offsides for the semis.
Mhm.
They'll just back up to that, and then they just pull it off and pull it right back on.
Yeah. Well, and they have other things like out in Heisey, they have that ramp, that permanent ramp out there. Have you seen that?
No,
Yeah, you go out in the like Wolf Flats,
yeah,
and there's a parking lot there, and everybody goes out there and rides their 4-wheelers and dirt bikes and whatnot. So they built in a permanent ramp. It's about the size of a truck bed. So you just
Huh.
back up to it, drop your tailgate, and just drive off.
unless you're that one jackass that has a super lifted truck.
Yeah, well, then you can afford ramps. But yeah, it's just permanently there.
Have you seen that? Sometimes it's people with a super jacked up truck and their ramps at like this fucking angle. And you're
Yes.
like, how the fuck does that work?
Well, and then have you ever seen there was a company called I don't remember what it's called, but they had these racks for your trucks, and they're like ladder racks where, like, you know how ladder racks go on, like, over the cab of the truck?
Mm.
That's where these were, and they're 4-wheeler racks. So you drive them up that high on top of the cab of the truck height,
Fuck that, dude.
right? But it was so that you could still use your bed and everything, and you could fit 2 4-wheelers, but there's nothing to stop you from going over the edge.
You think they would put a little chalk there or something?
Something, right? Yeah, like, even if it was just like
a
something that,
flat plate.
even if it was one that like folded down,
Yeah.
right? So that like you pulled it up and put a pin in it to hold it in place. Something, but there was nothing.
Huh.
Yeah.
Because I've seen people do that, and because they had you don't see them anymore, but they had them for side by sides.
Yeah.
When side by sides first came out, and you can drive it up.
Yeah, you drive it into your bed and then up over the cab.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't seen those for a long time.
I saw one last year, but it could have been old. you know.
Yeah.
But now I think they've started to really push trailers for side by sides.
Yeah.
Like, I don't like if you go anywhere in town that sells side by sides, they're selling trailers too. So
That are perfect size for
Yeah.
one side by side.
yeah. Well, I mean, side by sides can get pretty big.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
fucking can. Like my supervisor at work. What does this jackass do? Takes up like 8 fucking parking spots in this tiny ass parking lot with his truck and his brand new fucking side by side.
Well, I mean, luckily where I work, we have a lot of parking.
We don't.
We got a lot, but he'll pull his truck up and he's got a big flatbed trailer, like a big car hauler, and he can fit his side by side and then his kid's side by side behind it on his trailer. But it doesn't take up any extra parking, So
Yeah.
dude, my little trailer will not fit a side by side.
No.
It'll fit the 4-wheeler though.
Barely.
Yeah, and it's got a tilt deck, so I don't have to worry about ramps.
Funniest shit about those tilt deck. This one was made for like snow machines.
Uh-huh.
So my dad decided to ask his buddy if he could borrow his tilt deck fucking trailer. So the way that we had to do this was we had to drive him on at the same fucking time.
Yeah.
Well, one time when we were getting ready to leave, because we put him on perfectly fine, took him off perfectly fine, is when we were getting ready to leave up in Chalice. We started driving up, the fucking whole thing twisted
Ugh.
and then slammed down. So we had to pull him back off, watch it twist again because
Yeah.
the ground's so fucking uneven up there. That
Yeah.
was the scariest shit ever, getting that back home, because we thought that, well, it was just going to fall the fuck apart.
Yeah. That is something I'm kind of worried about. Well, I'm not worried about it now, but when I first got that trailer, because it came in parts,
Oh,
right? I assembled that trailer,
terrifying.
right? Well, and like the bolts are not like super high grade, but they're really thick. I'm like, okay, as long as I get these tight so they don't rattle, they won't wear out too fast. But what I really want to do is I actually want to take the deck off, strip all the paint, but leave it bolted, and then just weld every joint on there.
I probably would.
Just weld every bit of it, and it'll be like just leave the bolts in, and then just weld it.
Rent a sandblaster for a day.
I'm just gonna use my little grinder and just like grind the edges where it would weld.
That's fair.
Right, and then I got the paint, so
Yeah.
and then redeck it, and then I have those E-tracks, and I have the backing plates for them now, so I don't have to screw them into the frame. So now I can actually put them on the deck and then put the backing plates on them. And I got new wheel chocks that are E-tracks too. I'll have to show you those to you.
Yeah, you will.
Yeah. But anyway, we probably ought to call it. It's been an hour and a half. So
Oh shit.
yeah. Once you get going, man, it's easy to get going.
Yeah.
It's one of those things where I could be here for hours when I have someone to talk to.
Yeah.
If I'm solo, this is a 15-minute thing and I'm done.
That's fair.
That's why when I first started this, I was like, yep, 10-minute episodes. That's all I can do, because I was in here solo.
Yeah, that's fair.
I would stare at this wall and record. Yeah. Do fish feel pain? Yeah. But, when I started doing with Stormy, things started rolling a lot faster. And so now I'm like, yeah, if you wouldn't have come tonight, I would have sat right here and I would have done an Ask Me Anything episode. So
I was willing to do it.
I appreciate that, because I'm worried what these people are going to ask.
Especially Colette.
Yeah. Or Stormy.
I'd have to be a jackass too.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm small enough, so that's kind of the way it goes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll do another Ask Me Anything episode when I have like followers.
That's fair.
Yeah. Speaking of followers, make sure you guys are following me on TikTok. TikTok gave me temporary access to go live, but only on my computer, not on my phone. YouTube did the same thing. I can go live on my computer. I can't go live on my phone.
Huh.
Yeah. Weird, right? So, but I can go, I think I can go live on Instagram. So,
Huh.
yeah. Anyway, thank you guys for coming. I appreciate you guys. So, as always, guys, aim slow and shoot fast.